Have you ever hiked in Estonian beaches? Well, today you can, virtually that is, or you can come here in person. It's always more fun, but today I'm going to show you some cool places we have here in Estonian coastline, and we're going to visit a coastal cliff that is getting destroyed really quickly by erosion, waves, rain, wind. That big rock you see down there, it used to be on land about 35 to 40 years ago, and it gets destroyed so fast that now infrastructure is in danger, and even residential areas that are situated right up the cliff. And yeah, I think it's pretty interesting to see. What the actual I recently spoke to a guy from Netherlands who came here specifically to hike our coastlines, because for him these were so different what he's used to. He said that in Netherlands the beaches are beautiful, they're sandy, but they're all the same. Here we have a lot of different stuff to look at on our coastlines. The sandy beaches, the rocky beaches, the coastal cliffs. We have everything pretty much, and he was really interested in that. So he came here to hike 5 days on our seashores and camp out in whatever places he found on our coasts. And today, one of the objectives of this video is also to show you how our coastlines look like. And this stretch of the beach we are walking today actually illustrates it quite well, because we have everything in here. The sea level quite low today, so all the areas we're going later should be pretty accessible. Where we're going to start off, this is a public beach area, the sandy one, and there's a lot of people today for pretty obvious reasons. Even though it's September, it should be pretty chilly already. It feels like summer. In fact, it's better than summer right now. 24 degrees Celsius. Well, I'm now past the general beach area, and this is the point where the sandy beach starts to end. As you can see, rocks start to appear. As you can see here, the rocks are starting to take boulder size now. And all these rocks are actually immigrant rocks, because Estonian bedrock does not include granite. And most of that you see scattered around here is granite. And it mostly originates from Sweden, Norway, Nordic countries, because when the Ice Age came and the glaciers took all this rubble from there to here in Estonia, it left it here. After the glaciers melted, everything was left here. So this is why we have all these granite rocks laying around now. And of course, when walking here, it's always good to see where you step, because it's easy to break ankles here on my camera. Of course, originally these rocks were much bigger boulders when they traveled here from Scandinavia. Time has done its job and broken most of these rocks apart into smaller pieces that you see right now. The water also does its job over the years, smoothens this rock into more like rounded shapes. Now I have arrived where these interesting trees begin. Well, these are the root system actually, which have been originally underground. I mean, the ground has probably been somewhere on this level, but over time the water has carved out these roots from the soil. But the tree still survives, even in salty water and without a good soil. Back there, where the roots go, the tree probably gets still enough nutrients that it needs. This is definitely the best example of this tree. And for me, one of the landmarks of this beach area. The sea has removed the topsoil at least 2 meters in height. You can still see granite rocks lodged in place between the roots. The soil is gone and the tree has been left here with exposed roots. But it seems to be living its best life here. Nothing wrong with it. It's also one of the best places to take landscape photos of, well, seascape photos with the sun setting. and this tree in the frame, because the composition is just so nice, and I have been here countless times doing just that. I need to pick up some tempo because I noticed that I'm losing daylight quickly now, and we have yet to see the cliff that is getting destroyed. So I'm leaving the beach for a while to walk on a better path to cover some more distance, and I'll be back in the beach shortly. Okay, I have a problem. It's an absolutely gorgeous evening here. It's warm, a great sunset, calm seas. It's absolutely enjoyable to be here. That also means there's a lot of people up there where I want to shoot some extremely important video clips, which I can't really do right now. This means the next part of this video is gonna have to wait, and I'll be coming back here another day. But I did also come here to also drink a tea, and I'm still going to do that and enjoy the sights this evening is offering me. So, since I can't film this video like I want to right now, I will leave the story about this cliff for another day. See you in a couple of days. Welcome back. It's now 2 days later. The weather is not the same as it was the last time. It's fully cloudy, but it's still calm. Been raining all day, but now we have a quiet moment, so I decided to come here and finish this video. And right next to me is the cliff I was talking about earlier. As you can see, it's basically made of sandstone and looks like a lot of clay. And it's not particularly a strong material to have a cliff made of. And the problem is that this cliff is getting destroyed really quickly due to erosion, due to rain, due to wind, all the elements basically. Of course, the most destructive being the sea waves. When the storms hit this place, water level rises and the waves hit against the wall here. This carries away a lot of the sediment, leaving basically an empty space below the sandstone, and the sandstone can't support much weight, so it collapses. Right now the sea level is low, the waves are not hitting against the wall, but even when there's no storm, like 2 days ago when I drank my tea, I was sitting around, a cup in my hand, and maybe a fist-sized rock fell down, I don't know, maybe a couple of meters from me, and you can see that the layer of soil there is contains a lot of granite and bigger rock. These are regularly falling down, and this collapsing cliff stretches quite a while to back there. But right in here, just up there, is the spot with infrastructure and people's homes. But let's go up there so you can get the better picture what's actually going on. Now, this is what we can see up here. Right next to me, you can see the cliff sides, which is moving about a meter per year here. Just right next to me is a new fence. This is installed, I think earlier this year it was. The older fence was somewhere in here, and it fell down the cliff earlier this year. I will show you some videos that are taken in this very same spot at the end of the last year during an intense storm. You can still see the older fence in this area, which is no longer here. Right on the other side of me is a street. As you can see, the space between the sidewalk and the cliff face is maybe 2.5 meters. And right after that is the street. It's a one-way street where the cars drive. And just beyond that, it's someone's yard, which is about, I don't know, maybe 12 meters away from the cliff face. And currently, as the things go with the speed, it will be about 2 or maximum 3 years until the sidewalk starts to fall into the sea. in my older pictures, you can see how much of this asphalt pathway is still here. Right now it's only, I mean, there's literally almost nothing left. Maybe it got recorded on my microphone, but a rock just fell off the cliff. Even though it's quiet here, there's no storms, no waves, and the cliff still falls apart bit by bit. But I have been here many times over the years, and I have also taken some photos which will show you pretty well how much this cliff is getting destroyed. Here I have some photos that are taken in 2015. You can clearly notice that there's much more of this asphalt part, and it just looks different overall. On this photo, notice the two trails. Left trail is no longer there for many years now, and we can only use the right one now. And this is the exact same view currently in this moment in 2025. Here you can see the view of 2018. Also the old fence and quite a lot of ground at the front of it. This is the exact same view right now in 2025. I tried to position my camera exactly where I took the 2018 photo, but you can clearly see the difference currently. You may also notice a couple of bigger trees at the edge of the cliff. Well, these trees are no longer there. Here I have a view of taken from below of the same trees. And here is a view of 2022. These trees have fallen down the cliff. The stump of these trees can actually even be seen right now. And that big rock you see down there, it used to be on land, on shore, about 35 to 40 years ago. Look how far it is from land now. So is anything being done to combat this situation? Well, no. Right now the only action has been to put these protective fences there. For years I have been hearing official news and stuff that they definitely look into the situation and something needs to be done because obviously it's dangerous. But the problem is that there's no easy solution. Some ideas have been thrown around that maybe build a protective seawall so the waves will not hit the cliff, but that doesn't really cure the problem because, as I mentioned earlier, the erosion does not only happen because of waves, it's the wind, it's the rainwater. So it basically would be a temporary solution. It would only delay the process a little bit. And also building a wall here is very expensive, as you can imagine. And if it doesn't give the desired effect, then it's not really a good idea to do that. What the actual f***? I almost shat myself. Can you see all the snakes in here? What the f***? I was like casually walking here and 3 snakes, one is over there. Yeah, they're going between the rocks right now, but wow. Oh, there's one more in here. Oh, does it move? Oh yeah, it does move. I don't know which kind of snake it is. Why won't you run away? Oh, he looks mad. I'm aware of the dangers here, like falling rocks from the cliff or slipping on a slippery rock or something and hitting my head, but I didn't even think about the piles of snakes in here. To be honest, I lost the confidence of walking in here. I didn't know I was getting sunset today. That's a nice surprise. I can't help it. Now I'm always scanning the ground if I step somewhere to see if there is more snakes here. Strange. I've been here so many times, but I've never seen a snake. You know that in this cliff, like right there, at the end of this cliffside there, they found a bomb from the Second World War times. I think it was a sea mine or sea bomb, but it was lodged in the ground pretty close up to the surface. But since the cliff always collapses and new places of this cliff are becoming exposed, it happened to expose this bomb. Of course, it was noticed by people and safely removed. You can't leave it there. They said it might still be active. So yeah, would have been a pretty awesome moment to actually see the exact time when this rock fell off the cliff. If I made a video about this cliff 2 years from now, this cliff would not look anything like it does right now, because it just changes so fast. Anyway, it's getting dark. I am glad I got to make this video. I wanted to do it for a long time. Now I finally made it happen, but thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting for you as well to see Estonian beaches and this pretty strange cliff in here. Have a great day. Peace out.